You can be anything you wanna be. You can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place you can be your true self. You can live your passion. Live your passion.
Panel beaters, often called collision repair technicians, repair or replace body parts of vehicles that have been damaged. Meet 40-year-old Paul Nomiseb, a skilled panel beater employed by Thiel's Body Works in the capital. Paul has overcome many obstacles in living his passion. This is his story.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place.
Paul Nomiseb hails from the Kunene region. Born at Oshu, he grew up in the dusty streets of Korigas, where he attended the Broenfels Agricultural School and later the Moretti Secondary School. Paul's father was a panel beater, and it too was his dream to one day follow in his father's footsteps.
I learned panel beating from my father. My father was a panel beater, and I learned my skills from my father because we are doing the job there at home, and then I will just assist him always there at home. He decided to take us to the farm, and we bumped the hot dog in the road, and there was nothing. And you see, the wheel for the car is just a little bit come down, come back, and it was scratched on the car. And they told me and said, you must just remove the fender and just hammer it. And we hammer the fender, and then we put it back again on the car, and we proceed with our journey to the farm. It was my first job, what I want to do with my own hands, that I can see how to make a panel beating or how to do the panel beating.
Circumstances were difficult though. Paul's parents found the going tough in raising their 7 daughters and 3 sons. And since Paul was the one that didn't perform too well at school, he had to drop out in grade 6 to seek employment at the coastal town of Henties Bay, where he landed a job as a gardener. Gardening wasn't his dream job, but it generated an income to sustain himself and help his parents. Despite the challenges, Paul remained resolute to follow his dream. One of his gardening clients was the owner of Smith's Garage, a small Henties Bay auto body repair shop to whom Paul volunteered his services. The owner saw Paul's potential and took him in as an apprentice trainee. Paul's dreams were back on track.
My occupational dream is I want to become a panel beater, a qualified panel beater. My main mind was, if I do something with my 10 fingers, see, then I cannot only become hungry. Because with this 10 finger, you can even do anything what you want to do.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can achieve it if you just believe.
Paul's commitment to quality workmanship has seen him amassing considerable experience at several employers over the years, at Swakopmund, Ochu and Walvis Bay. He moved to Windhoek in 2008 and is now employed at Thiel's Body Works, located in the capital's southern industrial area.
Paul has been with us for a while now, and he is quite an able panel beater. We normally count on him very heavily when any cars come back in for a small comeback that has to be watched at, looked at. And he is such a helpful guy. He is always willing and able, and he is actually a guy that runs. He doesn't walk and slowly get to the car. He actually is a really big help with that. Paul is putting out very good quality. For somebody that has basically only been taught in work and self-taught and taught by his previous bosses and by our company as such, he is putting out exceptional quality work, and we could not be happier.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can achieve it if you just believe.
His infectious enthusiasm for what he does makes Paul an asset to his employer. Clearly hooked by his profession ever since, he loves seeing his work evolve, whether that be fixing up a car that has been in an accident or doing restoration work.
I'm a panel beater there, deals body works. And the panel beating is when the car has been bumped, or when the car has been overturned, we took the car, we take it to the correct machine, and we pull the car before you put the new parts. And then after all, we fix the new parts. And if you see the new parts will be fixed proper, and you weld it. Or otherwise, if the car has been a small dents, we pull it out, we add little bit body filler, we smash it little bit out. But when it's not been repairable, then you are replace it with the new parts. It's not easy for anyone to do the job. You must supposed to have a knowledge if you want to do the job.
Panel beaters need to be able to read and understand measurements and specifications, have a good understanding of metals, vehicle body parts and mechanics, and be able to work with hand tools and machines.
First thing, if I done here, then I will go underneath and I'll just going to make lost. There's one with a 12 spanner, so that the pipe will become lost. And I will just remove it easily. I remove the pipe easily from the panel. I'll just gonna close so that the task will not come in a better thing. And I will just close it. And then I'm going back to my wires and just going to make sure all of my wires is lost. Because if I remove the load box, there is nothing which is holding the load box. Because I want to take my load box and just gonna put it on my stands. Then it's easy for me to work it.
It is also important that panel beaters have full use of hands and fingers, good vision, and be physically able. They also need to stay abreast of the latest methods and technology in the industry and be proficient with a wide range of tools such as oxyacetylene cutting equipment, hammers to remove dents, and electric welding equipment.
Okay, this is an impact tool. Okay, this one is a short extension. We put it here in. And you lying underneath the car. Then you remove the bolt like this. And if you're done here, and you remove everything, you bring your tools, you leave it here, and then you are going to line and you remove each of every wire which is holding for the lights and for the camera here, for the car and for the brake lights. They have got the extension, the cable straps. That cable strap they are holding here on the cable, on the load box of the car. Because if you are not going to hold it, maybe when the car has been driving or if something just gonna take it here, it will gonna remove each of everything. That's why I'm going to put it here and put it in the proper way. And we come to the light and we remove it with the 10 socket, this light. When everything is lost, you're gonna remove it from the car, take it to the stands. Then you have to be sure your stand will gonna stand proper.
Despite not having any formal qualifications, Paul has established himself as a key team member at Fields Body Works. His supervisors appreciate Paul's commitment to quality workmanship, who consider him their go-to man for the big jobs.
He usually does the big jobs. He loves to help, so when there's small jobs also, I usually call him to office to come and assist. We don't have a problem with the jobs that he has done for us. I don't believe there was any comebacks, because usually if there's something wrong on the vehicle, the clients usually come back. But I don't believe on his jobs, the past few months, we haven't had any comebacks. So if he does a good job, then the clients will be happy, and then it's good for our company.
Ons sit gewoonlik in 'n week so tussen 40 en 60 karre uit. As jy diens gee, jou werk is vinnig en jy behandel jou kliënte goed, sal jy altyd werk hê.
Paul is one of the representatives of the work employees. So yes, he is one of our main shop stewards together with two other people. And he's quite a easy guy to talk to, obviously. When you're in negotiations with your employees and so forth, you want somebody that is understanding, that is open to suggestions, and that is able to really communicate the wants and needs of the employers as well as the employees that are coming in with any questions they might have or problems they might have. So yes, he's one of my go-to guys when it goes to that as well. Paul is a guy that can go very, very far. I think as soon as Namibia gets everything on the roll for getting our people qualified, I think he would probably be one of the first guys we would love to send to do that. Because this is very important. The skill set these guys get taught and can take through life, nobody can ever take that away from you.
I have obtained the certificate at Deals for the Works that said I am the most very important person and most very in areas. See, I'll assist each of every comeback who is coming back, then I'll just gonna assist. That's why they're gonna give me that certificate.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can achieve it if you just believe. Take you to a place you can be your true self. You can live your passion. Live your passion.
The demand for panel beaters continues to grow due to an increase in car ownership rates. With more private vehicles on the road, there has been an increase in crashes, which then require the services of panel beaters. Many experienced panel beaters, especially those who have also mastered spray painting, choose to go into business for themselves. And while Paul remains loyal to his employer, he also dreams of one day owning his own auto body repair outlet and has already started making work of this venture. It is difficult and demanding though, since he can only do so after hours and over weekends.
We are now in Kaditura, and this is a place where I'm just going to make my own dream. One day, if I'm gonna qualify, I want to make my own workshop. Now together, I'm still here with my joint venture.
Yeah, we actually do panel beating and spray painting here in Clemens Kapur. The company's name is Rainbow Panel Builders. It's difficult. We are experiencing a lot of problems, like when it's raining, when it's windy, when it's sunny, because there is no roof as well. It affects our paint. Like the spray part, you don't do it like when it's very hot or when it's raining. You have to wait for the rain to stop or for the sun to cool down a bit. So it's a lot of challenging that we are challenging. I know him, we just met because we are in the same field. He's a good guy, really, to be honest with you. He always helps me out after work hours. I call him when I have jobs, so he does come and help me out.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can achieve it if you just believe.
Away from work, Paul remains the same warm and down-to-earth person who enjoys spending quality time with his family.
If I come in at home, I greet my girlfriend and say, how was the day today? I told him and said the day was very nice, but I have got a difficult car today, and I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow with that car. And she told me and said, okay, just rest a little bit, just going to get a shower, and just relax your brain. And if you come tomorrow, then you are coming with a fresh brain. I have got the 7 children, 7 kids, and blessed wife. See, if I come at home, I'm just going to relax with him, just going to play with my girlfriend, play with my children. And that's how I'm gonna refreshing my brain. This one is Erika. She's my girlfriend. She's from Tripio. This is my younger child. His name is Paul Rico.
Paul is the nice man and a good father. He's hardworking. He takes good care of us.
Paul Nomiseb, humble, committed, dedicated, passionate. Although he holds no qualifications in his profession, he is still competent and skilled. His story teaches us never to be overwhelmed by our circumstances, that there will always be obstacles, doubters and setbacks along the way, but that with hard work, perseverance and self-belief, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Paul is living his passion, and so can you.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can achieve.
This insert is brought to you by the Namibia Training Authority. Visit our website www.nta.com.na to learn about other technical and vocational career options.